Okay. You ever wake up in a shed?
Not a long time.
Okay.
It's been a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah. Well, that's how I feel because that's where we're picking up our gameplay in the shed.
Yeah, in the shed.
Does it have a name? I don't think so.
I don't think garden shed, I guess. I don't think it
Yeah.
has an official name, but
If
we're on our way to the garden slash guardhouse area.
if this shed was on site at my workplace, it would be called like something stupid like the George S. Trevor Garden Shed.
Be
Because
named
they
after some donor or
yeah, because
something.
they fucking
Yeah,
name everything.
yeah. Well, yeah, you donate some money, you want something named after yourself.
Do you? I wouldn't
People,
you
I think.
wouldn't you want to name it something funny?
Yeah, I guess if you could pick anything, why would you pick your own name?
Yeah,
We
like
could
this
do,
is
yeah.
this is the 69 library.
Yeah.
I don't
Or just
know.
something yeah, very trying to think of something funny they could do.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
I tried to do something funny and I went for
Maybe like
low-hanging fruit.
the Henry Winkler Memorial
Oh, I like that.
Observatory. And we're
People
like, did Henry Winkler go here? And you'd be like, no.
no, no. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I like that. I did see some fake news a few weeks ago that Henry Winkler died and I did get worried for a second.
Oh. I mean, he's probably one of those guys where they have ready to go, right? Like your New York Times and whatnot. They got the obituary ready.
You think New York Times has a Henry Winkler obit ready to go?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, he's got to be 80, right?
Well, right. I guess I'm just saying I like Henry Winkler, but I don't know if he's like somebody they did a lot of prep for.
Oh, you don't think he's famous enough?
Mm,
Yeah.
relevant enough?
I feel like he I feel like he'd make the list,
Okay. Okay.
but
Yeah.
maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you wake up in the shed.
Yeah, you come to.
Uh,
Uh
no, nobody's waking up here.
yeah. Um we never introduced the episode either. Do you want to?
This is our cold open.
I'm Keith,
I'm Logan.
and welcome to Hot Zombie Summer, a Resident Evil review and retrospective podcast where we'll be playing through the main games of Capcom's Resident Evil series in release order.
We'll be talking characters, lore, gameplay, thrills, chills, and everything in between.
Yeah, so please join us, and we encourage you to listen along and play along with us as we go on this journey together.
Welcome back to another episode of Hot Zombie Summer. We are continuing our playthrough of 2002's Resident Evil, the remake, which originally debuted on GameCube. So last time we got the stone and metal object, put it in the hexagonal crest thing,
Yeah,
and then went through it. We went through a door into a shed.
yeah. It's weird that that's where it goes. It seems like not.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
like,
It's
oh,
like,
God forbid someone get my fertilizer and my wheelbarrow.
right. It's like, I need this
Yeah,
mysterious object retrieved from a coffin suspended in the air to go into a shed.
yeah.
You know.
If we were really doing all this stuff in this game too, it'd be so confusing. Because we have a bunch of keys and like a key ring. And
Oh
you kind of
God.
confused sometimes, or like, what does what? Like, oh, is this for this
Oh
one? And
yeah. Yeah.
it'd be like that except with Crest. You'd have so many different shapes, and you'd be like, I'm just trying to fit them in right, and they won't go. And be like, oh, that's not the right one. So
And I have
yeah,
no experience with that in real life, like a bunch of crests falling out of my pocket, Like
yeah,
I don't think I
yeah.
could.
You're coming out from the bar, you're at the
Oh
front door, and just Crest go everywhere. You're like, fuck.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going into an area that's I mean, it's new, right?
It
Like
it's
kind of new.
updated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the new blended with the old in this area.
Mm. Yeah.
Because there was an outside, but we also have the Lisa Trevor areas blended in with the
Right.
Yeah, she has like a little path and a little cabin.
Right. And
But yeah.
the pathway to Lisa's cabin is is expanded, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little bit yeah. Well, there's not that much there. There's just kind of like a long winding road.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some
Um
zombies when you come back. Although I think when you first go, there's not any zombies.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
We do get a funny I thought it was funny radio dispatch from Barry who's getting beaten up by Lisa Trevor over the walkie-talkie.
Oh, what does he say? He's like, help
Yeah.
me.
He says, "Stay away. Guns ineffective." And like that's all you get from him.
Oh, so he's like reporting to you.
Right. But he's like
Yeah.
clearly also being beat up at the
Yeah.
same time. So we do get the Magnum here.
Yeah, you find the Magnum. So it's a powerful gun, just like it was in the first game. Not much of a. You just put a crest in, and there's like a tomb that kind of, or a gravestone that kind of shifts over, and you grab it, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean it's like a weird
There's some other
multi-step
crests, but
thing.
like, there's not much to it. Yeah,
Yeah, like you put a crest in the tombstone, and that reveals another three crests that then you put in another tombstone, which flips open the Magnum. And
that's right.
I'm like, why the fuck is there a Magnum buried in this
Yeah,
tombstone? I was like, that's fun, but I was like, this doesn't make a lot of sense.
yeah, yeah. It's not a puzzle because yeah, you just like move them over to the other one. I guess it's their child-proof locks.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah.
being responsible gun owners and making sure that, you know, you have to be at least like 5 years old to figure this puzzle out. So no, no
Zombies
real
for
small children can get it.
zombies for gun safety.
Yeah, zombies probably couldn't get it. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So anyway,
Anyway,
we are heading toward the courtyard. Very atmospheric. Lots of, I think, howling dogs and um, rustling long grasses. And we get to the Lisa Trevor shack area, the love shack.
yeah. There's an iron box in there. So that's nice.
Did you say an iron box?
An item box.
Oh, an item box. I was like,
Yeah.
well, it is maybe made of iron. I guess I haven't,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Um, you hear her
And
shrieks, which are scary. In my notes, I wrote, you hear Shrek.
you're Shrek.
Yeah, and that would be terrible if Shrek was in this game.
Yeah, that'd be quite the crossover.
Yeah, Donkey.
Uh, but yeah, Lisa Trevor shows up and we finally meet her. We've been reading about her and hearing her off in the distance, and at least in my game, she knocks you out. There's kind of a cutscene. She knocks you out, and then she just kind of leaves you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is where I know we talked about it last episode with the character introductions, but like seeing her for the first time is still, I think, fairly shocking.
But yeah, so you wander into a little cabin outside, and you have kind of a view of your character walking in, and then a something off screen strikes you with their two hands kind of bound together, and you get knocked out, and that's Lisa Trevor.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lisa.
Yeah, so she's defending her turf, but it's kind of interesting because once you're knocked out, she just leaves you there.
Which
So
is weird, right?
yeah, well, she's aggressive, but she's not out to kill you.
Yeah.
She wants to neutralize you as a threat. So that may be
Yeah.
more her sort of like kind of animalistic sort of state that she's in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. Um, yeah,
scary,
it
good design.
is. It is. Yeah. And yeah, very macabre for this game. Probably maybe one of the more gruesome kind of character designs, I would say.
Yeah, no, it really is. And then, but yeah, once you get through with Lisa, you work your way over into the garden and the residence, which is kind of a remake from the first game or the original game.
Yes. Yeah. So I think this area is pretty similar. to what we encounter in the original Resident Evil, but with some key additions, right? The billiards hall, I do not recall from the original.
Well, they changed it. They made it multiple floors, kind of.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
because the original was kind of like a lounge. And it'll just have the one bar. It's still the spiders in it, but just have the one bar and like the club style
right,
tables. Yeah.
okay,
So they
okay.
expanded a little bit. They made it like multiple kind of levels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I was thrown off by how much of a dude's hall they made it, like
Yeah, it's a real
blatantly.
dude's rock type of place. I think
Yeah,
there's a lot of women working at the Arclay laboratory.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Or
security.
maybe they're lesbians.
I guess so.
I mean, are you saying lesbians don't have posters of women in thongs?
I don't know. If you're if you're a lesbian, right in. Let us know. What's in your
Uh,
billiard hall? What sort of things are on the wall for you?
right. Do you have an arm wrestling contest poster
Yeah, do you
where
have
the
an arm
winner
wrestling contest?
the winner will be named the police chief for a day?
Yeah, that was a weird detail.
Do you think
Is that sanctioned by the RPD? Like,
do you think that
I
this
assume
is
it's ceremonial. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. I think so, but like do you think this is a thing that like maybe Japanese people think Americans do?
Oh yeah, it might be like the Japanese. Like there's that famous. I think it's like a baseball game. It's like a Japanese guy came up with a bunch of American names. It's all like the Dudley football and Digby. Digby taxi cab and like shit like that. Like it's always just insane names that don't make any sense.
That's
So maybe
fun.
that's it too. They're like, what do Americans like? It's like they'll have the like pool and they're like Stanley clad women.
Yep. And they
Yeah.
leave booze bottles everywhere.
Yeah, it looks like there's a party that no one cleaned up after.
Yeah. But maybe
Yeah.
the spiders did it.
Yeah, maybe the spiders were having a party
Yeah,
there. Yeah. Like finally, it's our time to shine.
they're like with their eight legs, like putting up posters of women in thongs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it much faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Um,
if you're a human, you can double fist like liquor. But they could
oh my God.
octuple fist it. Yeah,
Octuple fisting liquor.
octuple
Hmm.
fisting liquor.
That
Yeah,
sounds like worse than I even thought it would.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why because they do throw up, so they're hungover. The
The
spiders.
spiders.
Yeah, when they you think they're spewing poison at you, but actually they're throwing up. They're
Blah.
vomiting from alcohol poisoning. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. These spiders were total bros. I didn't kill him.
yeah. No, I didn't kill him either. We hung out. We
Yeah.
played pool. Yeah.
But
Like a
yeah,
color money style hustle on them. I pretended to be bad and lost a few times. Like, ah, shit, what am I gonna do? And yeah,
I never saw The Color of Money. Do you like it?
yeah, I like it. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, it was weird. It's one of those sequels that comes out like 20 years after the original.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because the
Right.
sequels are the Hustler with Paul Newman,
The Sting.
not the Sting, the Hustler,
It's a
right?
sequel to The Hustler. Are you sure?
I think so.
I thought it was a sequel to The Sting.
What is the Sting about? Like robbing a bank or something? It's about Sting.
Uh, The Sting is about Sting.
Well, no, it's about a Sting, like a
Huh.
Sting operation.
Okay. No, you're right. You're right. The sequel to The Sting is The Sting 2.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, the Sting too.
Yeah. The Hustler.
I've
Hustler,
never seen The
Hustler.
Sting or The Sting 2.
I've never seen any of the
The
movies you're
Hustler.
talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on then.
Unless you want to talk, we should select four other movies that we mostly haven't
We
seen.
haven't seen. Yeah.
Um, so I like the billiard. Like I don't like the billiard hall. I do think it's a good monument to the fact that men are pigs, but it does have a lot of character.
It does have a lot of character, yeah. It feels lived in, which I like. I like
Yeah.
when video game areas feel like, oh, so I was actually living here.
Yeah.
Because these
Yeah.
type of guys, I mean. can you imagine this type of security guards that Umbrella would be getting? Like it'd have to be like no other options.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So these
right.
are these are guys that like flunked out of mall cop school, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are people that like ICE rejected.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
had to go work at Umbrella,
Yeah.
get turned into Crimson Heads and whatnot. So,
Well, how does this play in Chris's scenario? I guess I should say the thing first instead of, so let me back up. Um,
okay.
so Chris obviously doesn't have the scene with Barry, right? Because I played as Jill. You overhear Barry talking to a shadow figure that we later learn is Wesker. But Chris doesn't have that interaction, obviously, because he doesn't interact with Barry.
No, Chris doesn't interact with Barry. So there's really nothing with Chris. I mean, you get knocked out by Lisa and you just wake up and you're just like, all right. You head into the next area.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know we talked about this in our character breakdowns last episode, but this is like an instance where we overhear Barry talking and it's very shady and it sounds very weird, right? He's like, "No, that wasn't part of our deal. No, it's not necessary to destroy stars. What about my family?" Um,
Yeah.
and so yeah, he's clearly
Yeah. And
involved
then
in this
Joe
stuff.
walks. Yeah. Joe walks in. He's like, oh, I was just rehearsing a play that I'm in.
Yeah, I got to
Just like,
get some
okay.
fresh air. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like right. Um, Oh, he says some like kind of weird destructive stuff that he says if I'm lucky I'll get to waste some monsters
Get to
along the
waste some
way.
monsters along the way.
It's like, ooh.
Yeah. But yeah, eventually you make your way through the guardhouse and you come across a secret tunnel. You do the same crate pushing thing that you did in the first the original game.
Yeah.
We have to line up the three boxes to get across the narrow sort of canal of water.
Yeah.
And you're down in like the Aqua ring area where they were doing experiments on sharks, apparently.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think this expanded area is like one of my favorite in the game.
Oh, really? It's interesting. It's hard to walk around because you're in the water, so your mobility is decreased.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Did you you wrote in our notes doc Shark Tank, not the capitalist propaganda. You can euthanize the sharks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
After you drain it, you can euthanize the sharks. You can shoot them
okay.
and kill
Did you take out Mr. Wonderful or Lori first?
them. Oh, I took out Lori.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mr.
Yeah.
Wonderful. He's a treasure.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
Canadian treasure.
Yes. Okay, so yeah. I thought the water in the game looked great. I thought it was like a very impressive graphical showcase.
Yeah, you can tell they did a lot of work on it. It does look good.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's some sharks swimming around. I did die from the sharks at one time, which is kind of embarrassing. Like
Oh,
I didn't
well,
realize that they could. I thought they were just there for atmosphere. I didn't realize they actually attacked me. So I was just kind of wandering around and then not trying very hard and yeah, not paying attention. I got eaten by a shark.
you got chomped.
Yeah, I got chomped and
You got
died. I was a
chomped.
caution, so yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a cool area. It's the Aqua Ring is the main game term for it.
Yeah. And I think the kind of major set piece they added was really intense, the control room puzzle.
Yeah, the control room puzzle's cool. So you're in this little area, and there's a shark banging the glass, and it's basically gonna crack the glass. So you have a countdown, percent based. I guess count up. Once it gets to 100%, then the water busts in and you die, and you have to kind of run back and forth and pull various levers and hit various buttons in the right order. But
Yeah,
it's very intense. I got to
it
like
was.
95%, so I was almost like I was resigned to being like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to redo this, and then got at the last possible second.
Yeah, it's suspenseful. That shark, Neptune is real angry.
Yeah, and rightfully so, probably.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did kind of feel bad for Neptune because you have to kill Neptune later on.
Yeah, because you drain the pool and then he's just stuck in like a little area. But you have to get by him to grab something or another. What do you grab?
Shit. Let's see. Let's see. Um,
A gallery key.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to electrocute him.
Well, yeah, because you think he's dead. He's in his little pool, and you walk up to grab the gallery key, which is on like this little like sort of platform area out of the water, and then he wakes up once you try to grab it. So now you have to defeat Neptune to get back with your
Right.
precious key.
Right. Which I felt bad
Two
about.
options. You can shoot him till he dies, or there's a green box that's hooked up to electricity, so you can push on the water and he gets electrocuted and died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I just felt bad about that because, you drained his water. He was experimented on. He was confused and angry and dying. And then you're like, I'm gonna electrocute you.
Yeah. But I guess it's kind of putting him out of his misery in some ways, you know.
I guess that's like the worst way to do that.
I mean, you can't like release Neptune back into the wild. He'd devastate whatever local habitat he'd be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
just
know.
I'm just saying like as a mercy killing, electrocution is pretty bad.
Yeah,
But he's also like genetically engineered, so you can't just shoot him in the head.
yeah, I don't know what else you'd do. And he's a shark, so something
Yeah.
there.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know how to
Do
euthanize
sharks
sharks humanely.
do sharks conduct electricity better than humans, maybe? I don't know. Have
They're
you ever
like,
tried?
I mean, you eat shark though, right?
I've eaten a shark, yeah. Not a
Yeah.
whole shark, but
I,
I've eaten a piece of a shark.
yeah, okay.
I felt
Maybe
that I need to clarify.
I
I'm just
didn't
there with a
eat,
big, yeah, a shark on like a picnic table. I have just a fork and a knife. It's like,
you have like a apron that says kiss the chef.
Kiss, yeah, kiss the shark.
Oh, kiss the shark. Yeah.
It's stupid. But no, I've had fermented shark and shark jerky, which were both
Yeah. Okay.
interesting
Nice.
to have. Yeah. So
Nice.
that's pretty much it down here. You kind of you get the gallery key and then you head back upstairs.
Yeah. It's a pretty short
Yeah.
area, but I do think this is a place where the kind of industrial aesthetic works because it's pretty small and it's also like a very
Yeah.
drippy area.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very wet. It's
Yeah.
memorable. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say you head back upstairs. There's another puzzle involving a saucy book.
Ugh, yeah.
So you find a book, and then its spine has like a little. If you line all the books up in order, it has a naked woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, in like an artsy sort of way.
It's a very pervy residence.
Uh, yeah,
How so, and I think, right, like one of the things I guess we didn't necessarily hit on was that we have to go down to the Aqua Ring to basically destroy Plant 42 or move closer to destroying Plant 42. Um,
is that what you're doing?
right?
Um, yeah, because I think Planet 42 is the same as the original, where you have to go make the V-jolt.
Yep, you gotta make the V-jolt.
Yeah,
Jolt it up.
yeah,
Right. So you make the V-jolt and so yeah. In my playthrough as Jill, I made the V-jolt, I applied it to the roots, but I still had to fight the plant in the guardhouse.
yeah. You still have to fight it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Same
Yeah.
with Chris. Yeah,
Okay.
Rebecca does the V-jolt stuff, but then you still have to. It just makes it drop you and kind of weakens it. Then you still have to kill it.
Right. Does
Yeah.
Rebecca come in with the flamethrower when you play as Chris?
No, no, Rebecca doesn't come with the flamethrower.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that does seem like a very Barry move, you know.
yeah.
Um, that's so Barry.
That's so Barry.
That's so Barry.
That'd be his
Um,
series
yeah, his
or his sitcom.
because everybody wants a Barry Burton spinoff from That's So Raven. They're
Yeah,
like,
that's
you
so
know what?
Barry.
You know what we need? A spinoff with a 40-year-old white guy.
Yeah, who loves
Um,
his
he
loves
loves
to
his
kill for
family.
them.
Um, so after you defeat Plant 42, which I was honestly a little surprised I had to fight the plant after applying V-Jolt, even though I played this game before, I forgot that.
Yeah,
Um, Barry continues to be weird. He says, something about that mansion still bothers me. I think I'll stay here a little bit longer. So he's like contradicting himself sentence to sentence.
Hmm.
Um, and then we encounter Wesker on the way out, who casts doubt on Barry, and he says he seems a bit flaky.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because why would Wesker want Jill to suspect Barry? Like that seems like that would not be in its interest.
No, not
Yeah,
really.
but
And he also says that there's still rooms locked in the mansion and kind of, to me, we talked about this a little bit in previous games, but it's clearly the game ushering you back to the mansion. But from a
hmm.
plot perspective, well, I guess it also makes sense, right? Because he's releasing the hunters so he can get combat data.
Yeah, that's his in-game plan. Is it's yeah, it's what do you call it? Zero D? He has some name for it.
0 day.
Zero D?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Because you find that memo where he talks about
Sorry, I'm in the
X day. That's what it is.
X day.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Wesker is X day is when he it's a three-step process. Number one, lure stars to the stage and obtain BOW's raw combat data.
Right.
Number two, collect two embryos of each mutated specimens. Dispose of the tyrant, he says.
Hmm.
And then ensure complete disposal of the ArcLight laboratory, including all personnel and test animals. Disguise their deaths as an accident. So I don't know how he's gonna do that, but
Well, this is Wesker's mission?
yeah. Yeah, that's the letter that uh Umbrella sends to Wesker.
Okay. I think I
Yeah.
was confused for a second because my recollection was that Wesker was a free agent.
Well, he's kind of a double agent.
Right. Okay.
Because Umbrella still thinks he's with him, but he's planning on double crossing Umbrella.
That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Yep,
That's
yep,
right.
yeah. Which
Yeah.
gets even more confusing when we're in zero. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oof.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So we got a little Wesker interaction
Yeah. It
and
makes more sense to me with Chris because Chris is kind of like more of like a military guy, that's his background. So if Wesker is like, Chris, go back and explore the mansion, you'd be like, yes, sir, right
yeah.
away. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas when Jill does it, it's kind of like, well, Jill should, she's more of a free thinker type of person. At least her character is. But
Yeah.
she doesn't. She's like, yeah, it makes sense. I'll go back to the
Yeah.
zombie mansion and just look around. I guess you got your new key, so you can
Right. Right.
maybe explore a little bit more. But
If you get a new key, you can't not use it.
yeah,
That would,
yeah.
even if the key takes you to a mansion populated by zombies.
Hmm. Yeah, you never know. But yeah, you return to the mansion and you get the same, well, not the same, but the similar hunter cutscene to introduce them. And it's still cool. I still liked it.
Yeah, Hunter, the
Yeah.
movie with Paul Newman. Just kidding, that's Hustler.
Oh, I thought there was another movie.
Yeah, no. Um,
Yeah.
no, the sequence is still good. I didn't realize this in the first game because it probably wasn't there, but the hunters sound like Yautja.
Like the Predator guy?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
Yautja?
they're like clicky,
What do they sound like? Oh, okay.
like clicks, like
Oh, yeah, like kind of creepy.
yeah, 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 not like
Oh,
like socially, but the noise.
okay. Yeah, we don't know that the hunters have their own culture. I don't think they do. I
Right,
don't think they
but
have a language,
I don't
yeah,
think
per
so.
se.
But they probably want to fight their dads.
They do probably want to fight their dads, yeah.
Yeah,
I told you
yeah,
about I saw, what was it, Badlands? Was that what it's called?
yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. I didn't like it.
You didn't like the fact that Predator addressed toxic masculinity?
No, not really. I want Predator to embody toxic masculinity, frankly. So it's kind of weird that he was like just a buddy comedy, like a family road trip comedy, basically,
Ugh.
is what it turned into. And I was like, that's not what I want from Predator.
And the
Like,
buddy,
completely the little cutesy sort of alien guy that they're gonna make stuffed animals of. It's like, oh my God, I don't
the
know.
the road buddy was Elle Fanning, right?
Well, the robot, but there's like an alien. There's like a cute alien that pals around with him
Okay.
too.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
So it's a whole
yeah. So
it's a
yeah,
whole
he has
look.
both. It has everything you want. So it has the stoic protagonist It has the cute like alien pet,
Uh-huh.
and then it has like the wisecracking robot companion too.
Wow, they went like full
Yeah.
Star Wars, Lord of the Rings with it.
Yeah, exactly. They were sort of like, let's just check every box that we can have. So yeah.
The
But
only box they were missing was having Ted Lasso show up.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah. And also
Um,
Found Family. It was like a big Found Family movie. So yeah.
I like that thematically from what you described, but I can understand that being weird for like this franchise.
I liked it in like Little Miss Sunshine. But again, I don't need Predator to teach me about family. I don't need that. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, the hunters thankfully do not have any cutesy little characters that they pal around with. They just try to kill you.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
And three of them try to kill you when you get back immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, the hunters kind of replace the zombies a little bit in this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, I feel like this section of the game, the Return to the Mansion, is largely similar to the original. There are a few additional puzzles though.
Yeah, there's some additional stuff. This is more kind of like it just remixes the game more
Yeah.
so than introduces a bunch of new elements. One big change is that you fight Jan again, but you fought Jan twice in the first game as well. But the both fights are better, and the second fight is much improved.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the first fight, you're literally just in like a big square room, and then for Jan 2 in Remake, you're in a library. And it's pretty cool because you walk into the hall leading to the library. It's like a double-storied library, and it busts through the window, the giant snake,
Yeah.
which legitimately scared me. I was like, oh my goodness. And
Yeah, it
then,
did.
yeah, I didn't know it was coming. And then it chases you down, and it's nice because it's a good fight, but it's very doable. I mean, you can keep away from him. You just gotta kind of stay by his tail. And I took him down with about 5 grenade rounds. Well, acid
Nice.
rounds, which
Nice.
I think are a little bit more powerful. So not a terribly challenging boss, but I thought it was really well done. I liked it a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, definitely a big improvement. And I just think that the environments being more spacious, the controls being a little bit more workable, it just makes a big difference. You know, it's actually a fun fight.
Yeah, it's fun. It feels like not the right word is. It feels like you're using more skill than the first game.
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
first game's kind of more just you run to the corner, you shoot. You run to the corner, you shoot.
Yeah.
There's no more strategy in this one, so yeah, no more
Yeah.
freedom of movement.
Less successful in this area of the game, I would say, are the puzzles that require speed and dexterity. I was not a huge fan of those.
Yeah, this isn't a good game style for those.
No, because like the ones I'm thinking of, which I had to look up again, even though I played this game, like the Eagle Bull gem puzzle, right? Where you have to um, turn the lights off in the room, and there's the eagle that follows you around the
Oh
room,
yeah. Yeah, that one frustrated me as well.
right? Because you have to run
Yeah.
across the room and get the jewel before the eagle can look at you, and there's no indication it's a speed-based puzzle.
Yeah, that kind of confused me on what I was supposed to be doing. And then eventually I figured it out, but it was still sort of like it's kind of frustrating because sometimes with games, if you're not perfectly lined up, the character won't do what you want it to do.
Right,
Yeah, so if you're at like a weird angle on top of a box, you can be mashing the X button and it still won't get down
right,
or just
right.
stand there. So that's a little frustrating, but
Yeah.
eventually make it work.
I did want to know your thoughts analogously on the other puzzle where you have to push the statue in where the walls are closing, because that one's a new
Oh,
one
that
as
was
well.
another. Yeah, that was another kind of frustrating one, whereas more yeah, speed based. So you have a statue and the walls closing in. You have to position the statue so you don't get crushed, and then run back, hit the button to bring the walls back, run back again, and push the statue into place before the walls come together and crush you again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's yeah.
That took me,
Took me a couple tries.
it took me 20 tries.
Took you 20 tries?
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't
Well,
take me 20, but I figured out not quickly, but I figured out eventually I was trying to do. I was making it harder than I wasn't myself. Because you actually don't have to get it as far over as it seems like you do based on the
Yes.
camera angles. So once
And
I figured that, I was like, okay, this is pretty easy, but it's still like kind of a weirdly designed puzzle because it's not obvious what you're supposed to do. Like it seems
right.
like you should have to push it one more time than you actually have to. And then that one time is the difference between it being very possible and being almost impossible.
And that's the thing that I got hung up on
Yeah.
was it seemed to me due to the design I had to push it one space over and I was like I can't I was like there's no way I can do that in the amount of time I have. So I just thought I was messing up the tank controls. So that's why it took so long. And then I accidentally like pushed it in.
I think I did something similar where I kind of realized like, okay, I don't think I can't be doing this right. It can't be this hard. And then yeah, I just tried like, well, maybe this will work, and it worked. But yeah,
Yeah.
not a great puzzle
Yeah.
design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like what they were trying to go for. I think it was a good idea, but yeah.
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 Yeah, but yeah, eventually you kind of clear up the mansion. You get your first MO disc, which if you remember the first game, you'll need those to get the best ending. So your first one
Yep.
is in the mansion. There'll be three total, so there'll be two more in the labs. So you use those to save either Jill or Chris, depending which character you're at. This is another area where if you're Chris, you can have Rebecca kind of take along with you, and she can heal you. So she kind of hides in the closet again, and then if you go in, she's crying about Richard not making it
She's upset
because
about that?
yeah, she's upset about Richard. So because like we talked about the first time, Richard he either dies from the snake or dies from the shark.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, in Chris's playthrough at least. So
yeah. I mean, I guess like
yeah, he's like poor Richard, and Chris tells her to be strong, which is funny.
I guess I'm just surprised because I feel like nobody really expresses care for anyone in this game. So that just throws me off.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
I don't know, you know.
yeah. Rebecca's kind of portrayed as being like she's 18 and she's kind of portrayed as being the more emotional of the Stars crew,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
better or for worse. So yeah, but yeah, you also find after the Yon fight, you find Trevor's grave.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And as we talked about last time, not the Trevors, as in not the Jimmies, just
Yes,
George,
yeah,
just George,
yeah.
George
George
Trevor.
George Trevor. Yep.
Yeah.
So
G Trev for those in the
mhm.
know.
Yep.
This was sad.
Yeah, it was a little sad.
I mean,
Yeah.
he, his family was experimented on and tortured, and he died of starvation in front of his own grave.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not the best day. Not the best. Yeah.
You're like, it's a little sad.
It's a little sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did a tough job
Yeah. Yeah.
for Umbrella.
He's just
Yeah.
like he was like a puzzle guy, right? Like imagine that happening to like the world's biggest escape room enthusiast.
Yeah.
It's like that sucks.
Yeah, he tried the ultimate escape room, but he lost. But
The ultimate escape room is life.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I wonder if he had time to put a review of Umbrella on Glassdoor before he died.
He's like, if
Yeah.
only there was some platform on the internet to rate and
Yeah.
review companies.
He's
Fuck.
like the benefits are good. Time off package is great. But yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah.
George.
RP George. GT.
GT. Yeah, the true
GT.
GT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, what are we doing here? So we are at this point, I mean, we're really just trying to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, eventually you get the second stone and metal object.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's how you get to the labs.
Right. So we have to go
Yeah.
retrieve the first stone and metal object that we placed in the entry to the shed, retrieve that,
Hmm.
and then both stone and metal objects go into the iron wrought door, double door that leads out from under the mansion main hall staircase into a dark, winding area. Actually, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's winding, but this is where we
It's about
hear
one.
It's a what?
It's a little winding. Yeah, this is the area
Yeah.
where you first heard Lisa Trevor.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So, and that's like more or less, I think we might come back once more, but this is like more or less like the end of our time in the mansion.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're on to the tunnels and then the labs and the final areas.
The laboratory,
Yes,
not
yeah.
British.
But these are also pretty similar. I mean, you meet up with Enrico again, so you find him dying. He again tells you there's a traitor for the stars. He says the stars are finished, and then you get shot by somebody,
Right. We still
and it's
don't
prisoner
know who
jail,
it
and you're
is.
kind of like, all right,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, Enrico, he's R.I.P. He
R.I.P.
was a
Enrico.
good second in command to Wesker.
Yeah. Yeah. And the
Yeah,
best bearer of the hex crank.
yeah, he did have the hex crank,
Yeah.
so you get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very video gamey where it's like, well, how did he get down here? Did he have to? How come he didn't have to get the two metal stone and metal
Yeah.
apples?
Yeah. Because like that should have already been in place.
Yeah. So it's kind of, but that's a lot of video games. So
That's
but it's
true.
just kind of funny to think about. It's like, what was he doing this whole time? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you do more boulder action. So you use the hex crank to switch an area of the tunnel so a boulder will roll past it, and then you can get around it.
I thought the Boulder stuff was a little more stomachable this time because it didn't look like the PlayStation 1,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
this whole area is a little better because it's a little more fidelity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still, I think, a weaker area, but you know.
Yeah. I mean it is a little bit of a filler area. Like you're just getting from the mansion to the labs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And you fight the giant spider again. So we've already fought giant spiders, just normal enemies. This is a slightly even larger than giant spider enemy. And it's officially
Yeah.
called the Black Widow. It was called the Black Tiger, but now it's
How,
the Black Widow.
this
But
is a really quick
was.
question. How did you know that?
I think it just said it in the wiki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was an in-game thing. Like they're like, oh, like the Black Widow.
No, I don't think anyone says it. I imagine it's probably in the like the official Capcom, guide or whatever. That's what it's called. So
Okay. Got it.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah. I mean, this boss is still,
it's still not great.
it's, yeah. Yeah. I did have to use a lot of ammo.
When you're Chris, you have the flamethrower for this one, so it's easier.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think if you're Jill, I don't know what gun you're using, but I think the spiders are more vulnerable to flames. So if you had flame rounds for the grenade launcher, I think it's a little bit easier.
That makes sense. I think I saved my flame rounds and I just used the shotgun
Oh,
and
okay.
it took 9 shells.
Ooh, yeah, that's a lot.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, then you still have to do the webbing off of the wall, but you can either use your knife to get it off, or if you're Chris and you still have flamethrower ammunition fuel, you can use that, or Jill can just fire a. It's kind of fun. You can uh, fire fire an incendiary round to fire around at the webbing, and it burns it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, which is very like brute force. She's just like, fuck this. Like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but that works.
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say a couple more puzzles, and then we get down to two more Lisa areas with the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
So,
want to talk about any puzzles or?
yeah, there's one puzzle I liked with that is new, the cylinder shaft puzzle where you have to rotate to align Roman numerals and then enter those into a machine in order to get it running. I thought that was fun. It was a
Yeah.
straightforward puzzle, but it was, it's a welcome addition. You feel good after
Yeah, that
doing it.
one. Yeah, that was a cool one. Yeah. It wasn't too like challenging, but it wasn't just like totally rote where it's obvious what you're supposed to do.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And I guess the only other thing that I'm curious about to hear you maybe mention is, in Jill's playthrough, we have some interactions with Barry that are pretty significant, but obviously Chris doesn't have those. So is there any kind of substantial story beat here for that character?
Not
Chris,
really.
yeah.
So yeah, you have Wesker. Wesker kind of stands in for what Wesker does what Barry does for Jill
Okay.
in terms of fighting Lisa.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it makes me wonder. I don't think we actually learn other than the plans to destroy the mansion, but I guess Wesker didn't have any plans for Lisa.
Yeah, I think she's just kind of there's a force of nature.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And Wesker probably didn't know she was there even.
That's true. Yeah.
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 But
That's
yeah, I
true.
guess no one really goes down here. She just sort of doing her own thing. But
Yeah. That's true. Um, I will say, well, let me see. Hold on.
yeah, I think this area is more interesting with Jill than with Chris, as far as like from a story standpoint.
It is.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's Barry, when you interact with him, basically in this area is trying to feed slash sacrifice Jill to Lisa Trevor.
Yeah, he kind of abandons her. He leaves
Right.
her.
Right. He says, go
Yeah.
check it out. And then he takes the elevator up,
Then he
up a
takes the
floor.
elevator up and leaves you there with Lisa, and you have to kind of dodge her in the tunnels and do a loop-de-loop to get around her.
I thought that was a little suspenseful. I struggled in that area.
Yeah, it was a cool area.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in her lair, so you have to avoid her.
Lisa's lair.
Yeah, Lisa's lair. So
Um, yeah. Lisa's lair made me sad.
when you find her kind of room,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Like there's lots of dolls and pictures of her and her mom, which make me sad.
yeah, that was kind of that was sad.
Yeah.
I keep saying things are kind of sad.
It's a
Like,
little
yeah,
sad.
it's a little
It's a
sad,
little
you know. Like if you think about your average like dog food commercial, you know, and then Lisa Trevor, they're about the same on a sadness level.
dog food
And
commercials
there's
aren't sad, right?
they
It's a
can be because
it's a,
sometimes there'll be a dog food commercial that's like, oh, you're when your best friend gets older and it's like an older dog, and just
okay. All right.
yeah.
I think
We've been watching Sopranos, and there's a subplot where Carmela's kind of like having hormonal issues.
like menopause.
Yeah, a little bit. And it's one of the ways they signal that as that she's like watching a dog food commercial on TV and she starts crying. It's sad. I thought it was very well observed. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but,
What season are
and
you
that
on?
would be, see if Carmela could have been playing Resident Evil Remake on the GameCube. Came across Lisa Trevor and cried.
And
So,
oh man, that is the next
teared up.
pit Resident Evil crossover. It's Carmella, Sopranos, and Resident Evil.
Yeah, Carmelo. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
we just
What
started four.
yeah. Well, as you know, I'm still on season one, and have been for years. So
Yeah. Well,
not
someday,
not
someday. But,
maybe, yeah, not going anywhere.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, that's
yeah,
good. I
yeah,
liked we've only watched episode one of season four, but it's really good.
yeah. Well, and you're off of season three, which I think was pretty rough, right? It's a lot of
Yeah, season three is
uh,
pretty rough. Although season four is pretty rough too, honestly. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Where were we? Where were we? So we're in Lisa's room. Um, and we actually do go back to the mansion.
Do we? Why do I not remember
Yes.
this?
I don't remember either.
Okay, now I'm remembering. Now I'm remembering. Because we said you take the elevator down as Jill, right?
Yeah.
And then Barry goes back up,
Right.
so you have to find a different way back
Right.
as Jill.
Yeah.
So then you go back through like the graveyard area.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Right. Because you pop out in Lisa's cabin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You pop out, you go up, and yeah, you find yourself back in Lisa's cabin.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Okay,
and then you
cool.
have to loop back around, and then you find Barry again,
Right.
and then you're
Okay.
in the altar room. So you're in the room that has Lisa's mom's grave, Jessica Trevor's grave.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. And in that room, I think Barry's betrayal is really over the top. I mean, he attacks Jill and disarms her.
Yeah, he's really more so than the first game. He's very much like the first game he's kind of portrayed as just like he's trying to not involve Jill, like he's trying to like lead her away but not put her directly in harm's way. And this one he's like yeah, actively trying to if not kill her himself, like get
Yeah.
her killed. Yeah, so
Yeah.
either by Lisa or but yeah, then Jill, yeah, he tries to turn on Jill and Jill disarms her and then at least Trevor pops in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you give Barry his gun back? Because that's a decision you have to make here.
Yep. So you can either give Barry his gun back or not. He says, give me a gun so I can try to shoot this thing. And then if you don't do it, then Barry dies. So you get the what's commonly called a bad ending
Yeah.
when not as many people survive. So I
Yeah.
always give Barry his gun back whenever I play.
I do too, but that's because I
Yeah.
have a soft spot for the character. If I was playing this fresh, I would not give him his gun back
Interesting.
because I'd be like, fuck
Yeah.
this person. Like, tried to get me killed multiple times.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fool me 4 or 5 times type of guy. So
Wait, you are or
or
not?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's
You're
like, all
like,
right, Barry, you've had I don't do 6 chances, but I do 5. So here's your gun back. So,
yeah. Yeah.
but I think it is a good thing to do. So yeah, because if you're Chris, then Wesker's just there and he's like shooting at Lisa, so it
Okay.
kind of distracts her. And
Yeah.
then I'm curious about this from you. So
Mm.
I remembered from playing this game, 20 years ago, that you're supposed to push the okay, just some scene setting. You're in this area. It's very like almost Zelda-like, where there's a
Yes.
bottomless pit.
Yeah.
So you're on this like narrow ledge. There's a coffin, a stone kind of coffin casket in the middle, and there's 4 statues on the outside perimeter with chains hooked up to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's where you're at. And then I just remembered that you were supposed to push those statues into the abyss, and that will pull the top off of the casket, the coffin.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what was your question?
Well, I guess that is not what everyone does. Like you can just shoot her enough until she falls in, Lisa
Okay.
Trevor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I admittedly looked at a guide because I was like, I think there's something that I'm supposed to do that's not just shooting her.
Yeah.
And so I did end up pushing the statues with chains off of the ledge, which is just such a bizarre thing to do, like while you're being attacked by a monster. You're
Hmm.
like, oh shit, I gotta push these statues with chains off the ledge that will open this coffin because I think that will solve my problems, which it does.
It does, yeah. Yep. So if you do that without shooting her until she falls down, she'll kind of take care of herself. So she'll see her mom's corpse, she'll grab her mom's skull,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
jump down to the abyss.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's so tragic. It's like, oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I thought this memo, I guess you wouldn't really call it a memo. You would say it's a heartbreaking note,
Yeah.
was really devastating.
Oh, there's a letter in her coffin.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Jessica's
Yeah.
coffin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where she talks about kind of the effect that the virus has on her and it's affecting her memory. So she's forgetting her family and forgetting her humanity.
Yeah. And I think I'm not going to read it all, but she just kind of narrates her consciousness drifting away and is kind of writing this hopeful note toward Lisa about like when we're outside, let's find daddy. And it's just everything that you've encountered to this point, right? You know that George is dead. You know that Jessica is dead. You know that Lisa was turned into a monster and has been dealing with this trauma for 30 years. So it's just really a gut punch.
Yeah, it really is. And you see the beginning of like Lisa's kind of psychosis too, because
Hmm.
she for the letter that Jessica writes, it says, Mommy's afraid of forgetting everything, especially the memories of you and Daddy, what your faces look like, how we used to be together. They're all starting to disappear into somewhere dark in my mind. So again, we have that sort of like
Hmm.
remembering the faces, and that's Lisa's compulsion is to tear the faces off of
Yeah.
people because she's trying to remember her mother's face.
Yeah.
Um, and then she says, "I wish I could touch your face and hold you in my arms right now, so that I can hold on to our wonderful memories of you and Daddy." So yeah, very yeah, it's tough. It's dated November 13th, 1967. Jessica
Yeah.
Trevor.
And it's not, I think it's not overdone, right? It doesn't feel exploitative to me. It's
No,
like
it,
this
it
is,
it's well done. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, this is context in a memo that you can find.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a nice job with these characters.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm impressed with how well they handled this. So yeah, there
Yeah.
actually is a little bit of heart in these, which
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
not super usual for Resident Evil games, but yeah, it's good.
No, I wouldn't say that. Yeah. Emotional storytelling is the series' strong suit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm crying like Carmela Soprano over here, tearing up.
Now I'm
Uh,
gonna do an edit of you watching you watching yourself read the memo and crying
okay.
at that.
As I'm dressed up like Carmela, I'm in like a pantsuit and have like big gaudy earrings on. Yeah,
Oh, that would be a great couples costume for you all, Carmela and Tony,
and
but
Lisa Trevor.
gender
Oh,
swap. Oh. No, no, she's not involved in that.
that'd be the most baffling couples costume. That is the kind of couples costume that I would think was funny, but I feel like most people would be like, "What?" Like
Carmela
a
and
couples
Tony.
costume, but it was two completely different things. So you're like, "Yeah, it's a
Oh,
couples
oh yeah.
costume."
That is funny. I like that.
Yeah, and people
Yeah.
would be like, "Well, I don't understand. Like you're Frankenstein and you're like in uh like a disco guy." It's like, yeah, it's a couples
Yeah.
costume. Yeah, why
Yeah.
not?
It's like it's not like this, but it's a little like this in trivia last night. You know, there's a new rule, so if you're instead of being wrong, you can put in a funny answer, and the host will pick one funny answer out of the evening, and you'll get a point for it.
Okay.
So, you know,
Yeah.
like it has the potential to backfire. The best answer we had that I don't know if it got a point. The answer was Pogs, like the game,
Yeah.
but I spelled it
Oh, you
Pawgs.
put you put fat ass white girl.
Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. But this didn't get recognized at all. It was like some Romanian gymnast, and I couldn't think of anything, so I put Jesse the gymnast Ventura. I was like, I don't know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That'd be a good Halloween costume.
Jesse the gymnast Ventura.
Jesse the Gymnast Ventura. I guess you just have like a leotard and a bald cap, basically,
I
right?
guess,
Some
yeah.
glasses and a feather boa.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fun. I think people would
Yeah.
get it.
I think people would think it was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
what are we doing
But
here? We're going to the labs.
yeah. Well, we knock everything down. Jessica jumps down, you find the letter, and then if you're Jill, weirdly enough, after you just trusted Barry, you have like no follow-up questions. That
Yes.
was odd.
That was
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah. So he's like, well, I guess you proved your worth by shooting Lisa Trevor for me. And she
Which
has struck him again. It's very odd. It's very, yeah, I don't
it
understand that at
is
all.
because Lisa was the kind of immediate threat, but it didn't do anything to change his plan or Wesker's plan.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't explain himself at all, and Jill doesn't ask anything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, and then it opens the exit door and you can go down to the labs. You again put the wolf and eagle crests in to drain the fountain, and then you walk down the spiral staircase and take the elevator down. And they're in the final area, the labs.
We're back in the labs.
Back in the labs. Back to the
Uh,
lab without a mic to grab,
is that
as as Eric
Eminem?
B would say.
As is Eric who?
Eric B. Eric B. and Rakim.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I think that's them.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway,
Yeah, it is.
um, but yeah, I think this area is better than it was in the original game. The increased fidelity helped me.
Yeah.
The better map helped me a lot with
Yeah.
having a icon to know where I am and having the map update itself if everything was gone or not. I kind of it helps you focus in on where to look for things.
Yeah, I agree. I was much more amenable to this area in the remake. It's still kind of drab and not very kooky. You know, it's very straightforward.
Yeah, it doesn't have the personality of the either the mansion or the kind of guardhouse residence area or
Right,
Lisa's areas. So
right. I do think that there are some fun kind of remixes here. So instead of the mole puzzle with the Ada and John memo from the original, you have to place X-rays on an X-ray machine and turn a switch on to get the order of the organs in order to spell cell, which is a sentence that like makes no sense at all. But that's how you get a password to unlock one of the doors.
yeah, it's kind of like a cool little contained puzzle. And this is another one where it's color based, but it tells you about it, so you could solve it if you're colorblind. So that's kind of cool.
It is. I did
Yeah.
think that at first you had to know what the organs were in the X-rays. I didn't see that
I
there was a
thought that
chart.
I thought that too. I was like, oh, this is very like and that's always a tough thing with puzzles is how much outside knowledge you need to bring in.
Right.
Because like some stuff, I mean, obviously it's like well, you have to know like how be able to add and
Yeah.
do math and stuff like that. Like that's pretty but yeah, I was kind of like, oh fuck, do I have to know like where the esophagus is and
Right.
be able to
Right.
tell where that's lit up to do all
Right.
this puzzle. But then yeah, there's a chart up the
Yeah.
side. So it
Yeah.
gives you all the information you need to solve this puzzle within this one room.
Yeah. So I like that. I thought
Yeah, that's good.
it was a weird choice that you can finally view Kenneth's film in this area from the very beginning when you recover it from his body.
Yeah, weird little Easter egg. Because you got this
Yeah.
film like 7, 8 hours ago at this point.
Right. And then,
Yeah.
watching the footage, you've kind of seen way worse at this point. So you're like, oh, yeah, I mean, that's a bummer, but I haven't,
Yeah, it kind of shows you what you assumed happened. It just shows him being killed by the zombie. And you're like, well,
yep. Yeah.
I kind of figured that was what happened. I didn't
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're like, I've kind of killed a giant snake and a giant shark at this
Yeah.
point. So no offense, Kenneth, but this is
Yeah.
pretty run of the mill here.
Yeah, Chris, like I finally get to the bottom of what happened to Kenneth and solve his murder. After I found a zombie eating his skull, we're gonna find out we're gonna find out who did this. So
That sounds like a good hot dog Tim Robinson meme
yeah, I was thinking
situation.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you think of the Nitro Walk?
Um, so I was of two minds about this. I, in general, don't like being forced to walk in games when you can run. So I thought it was
Uh,
interesting. So to kind of back up a little bit, you run out of the lab, you find that you need to bring like an energy source. So you get a fuel cell, you find the place to fill it up, you fill it up, it's very volatile. So if you
yeah,
run with it
yeah,
too much, you'll explode. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's like speed, it's like inverse speed. You can't go too fast or else you'll blow up. So did you blow up at all?
No, because I cleared out the area first, and then I realized that that's what I was supposed to do, and I was like, well, walking isn't a problem because there's nobody around.
Yeah. I also cleared out the area. This is where you have the chimeras. So it's kind of clever because it forces you to kill the chimeras. The chimeras are much better in this game. You
They
can
are,
actually tell what they're supposed to be. You can tell they're supposed to be like insectoid, humanoid things.
right, not
Um,
little ape imp creatures.
Now I thought I killed the chimeras. I forgot that I ran away from one of them. So I was like almost through and then it busted through like a grate. And I was like, oh, that's no big deal. I'll just shoot it. And I shot it and it exploded. And I hadn't saved in a while, so I was really pissed off. So I had to play like half hour of the game to get back to where I was. So maybe that's why I was annoyed because then I had to like kill all the critters again, especially that
Yeah.
one. Go back, get the tank, slowly walk the entire way, walk, not run, to put the thing in the thing. And I also, this was my fault, but I went to the wrong part of it. So I like walked over
Uh,
to, you have to put the fuel cell in one area and hit a button and then go to the final spot. And I went right to the
right.
final spot. So I had
Okay.
to walk
Yeah.
back. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I was kind of annoyed because I was like, oh my God, I have to walk everywhere. It's so slow.
Yeah. Is If I may ask, you said you generally don't like being forced to walk places in games. Is that because of a speed thing or like a timing or patience thing or
I guess just a patience thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
yeah. And especially like one thing I don't like about a lot of modern games do this when they'll do a cutscene but give the illusion of gameplay. God of War was really bad about this, especially
Okay.
Ragnarok, where it's like, oh, you're playing the game, don't worry. But you have to just like slowly walk next to a character as they
Oh,
exposition
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
know
like, just
exactly what you're talking about.
can you just make this a cutscene so I can fuck around my phone because I don't care about your story? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
No, I
I'm
get
just
that.
I'm not enthralled by like, oh, I can also walk slowly while I listen to exposition. Like, just let me put the controller down, listen to exposition. I can do whatever I want. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, I get that. I also at this point in the game for both the original and the remake, I was just getting antsy and I was like ready to be done.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah. I don't mind
I
if
just want
it's
to do this.
yeah, I don't mind going slow if it's like stealth, but if it's just like, oh, you just have to walk slow because you have to, it's like, well,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
not that.
You're like, I want to make a bumper sticker for you that says would not go slow even for nitroglycerin.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I'd rather
it's not for your car, it's for like your pants.
it's like a patch on my jacket. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get like
you're
a
like,
denim jacket.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't walk slow even if I was carrying nitro.
I was carrying nitroglycerin. So
Yeah.
I didn't watch any speedruns of this, but I kind of want to because I'm curious. I imagine you could run a little bit. So I'm curious how like a speedrun would handle
Mm,
this. Like
yeah.
they probably figured out like exactly how much you can run without blowing up. You can run like two steps, walk a step, run two steps, walk a step.
That
So
would be very fun to see.
yeah,
Just like, yeah, it's probably the bane of the speedrunning community back in the day. They're like, fuck, how do we do this?
yeah, yeah.
Um, what was I gonna say? Tunnels, labs, Nitro Walk. So we're getting close to tea time, and by tea time I mean Tyrant time.
Tyrant time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
Um,
kind of similar to the first game, you Wesker forces you in to fight the tyrant one way or the other,
he
and
does.
then there's if you're Jill, the tyrant attacks both Wesker and Barry, so you have to
Hmm.
fight him on your own. And then they both have their own unique taunts they give to Tyrant, Jill and Chris. So
Ooh,
Chris
ooh.
calls him you test tube freak. And then Jill says, you viral cultured freak. You're both very strange things to say.
Yeah. So in the first
Yeah.
one, I'm like, do you think Chris was against in vitro fertilization?
Yeah, maybe. I could see that.
He's
Yeah.
just like, gotta do it the natural way.
Yeah. Is Chris Catholic?
I mean,
Possibly.
probably,
Yeah, probably.
probably. The
He's giving Catholic.
He's
He's
giving
Catholic
Catholic.
coded. Yeah.
He's serving Catholic.
He's serving Catholic.
Um, like, I hope my mother-in-law doesn't listen to this.
Is your mother-in-law Catholic?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
Um,
I guess I mean, she's not my mother-in-law technically, but Allison's mom is Catholic. So,
she
yeah.
very Catholic.
No, she doesn't
Okay.
care really.
Okay.
So,
No.
but her
No.
dad is not Catholic and they had to get like permission to get married. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had to like promise to make their kids be Catholic, which
Well,
didn't stick for any
I
of
was
them.
like,
So
I don't think
they
that
were 0 for 3 on that. But
oof. Yeah.
yeah.
What do you think Jill is trying to say? You viral cultured freak. Like what is that?
I think she's just calling him like it's sort of like a test tube, right? Like you're viral cultured, so you're like
Oh,
you're
okay.
creating a lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, from a virus.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, so literally, yeah.
Yeah. It's a weird insult. I wonder if when she was like taking the elevator up, she's like, oh fuck, I should have said something else, you know. She had like
Probably.
it's one of those famous German words that we don't have in English for like staircase wit. She
Mm,
had
mhm,
she had
mhm.
staircase wit about the tyrant. She was
It's
like, "Darn,
it's
wait,
it's so weird that she would even that either of them would like insult the tyrant. You know, it's
yeah."
like I
He
don't.
clearly wasn't there.
Yeah, it's like can
Yeah,
he even understand?
yeah,
Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's fucked up for me to say, but there's no
yeah. I guess who
evidence.
are we to judge? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I do think it's funny in this game that Wesker's dialogue after he gets hit by the tyrant. He's shocked the tyrant turns on him after he releases it, and then he says, "What? Premature?" and gets hit.
That was weird. Yeah,
I mean, I get it, but why would you just say that?
premature.
Premature. I feel like, and I know
Uh,
what this is going to sound like, but I kind of want to say that just in similar situations.
yeah, I was Wesker used to saying that when he was surprised by something. He's
Yeah,
yeah,
premature.
yeah. He's in the club. Like, oh no, premature.
The bus
The
comes,
stogies.
the bus
Yeah.
comes early, and I get on. I'm like premature. Like, um, I don't know about you, but our bus drivers
Uh,
are really unfriendly here. Like, if you speak to them, 75 to 80% of the time, they will not respond to you.
do they have the "Don't talk to the bus driver" signs?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, sure,
But I feel like you're not supposed to.
I mean, I just say
You,
hello.
oh, okay. Yeah. I
Like
guess
I'm
I always
not,
say like hello and thank you, and sometimes they say stuff, sometimes they don't.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know they deal with a lot of shit, but I'm just like sometimes I'm like, hello, Or one time, like this has happened multiple times, I'll pull my stop and they'll blow past it. And
Oh, that's annoying.
and then I'm just like, hey, 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 hey. I'm like, my stop's back there. And they just pull over, like they don't say anything. And I'm just like, you could just be like, sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway, we should cut this. This sounds like a real let me talk to the manager moment.
Yeah. You're anti-bus driver.
Yeah, I'm like, "Meh."
Yeah.
I'm like, I've abandoned the working class now.
Yeah. I changed
Um,
all my political beliefs because the bus driver is rude.
right.
So,
Yeah, I was like, this is unacceptable.
yeah.
Yeah.
But uh
Where are we?
yeah, premature. We killed the tyrant, and then we mentioned this in the when we were talking about the development of the game, the characters, but Wesker disappears now.
Good
So
change.
it kind of telegraphs that he lived.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then he escaped.
Yeah.
And then as Chris, this kind of bothered me. If you're Chris, Rebecca, even though they left Wesker alive, again, Rebecca is like, "Oh, I'm gonna go blow up the laboratory." And it's like, why? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
We went
And,
over that. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why they just have Wesker do it.
right. And it doesn't really fit with her character.
No, it really doesn't. And then in Jill's game, they do have Wesker do it. Barry's like,
Right.
"Oh, Wesker must have set it off." So it's like,
Right.
well, why not the same in Chris's game? I don't know. It's very
Yeah.
strange.
That is weird. When you use the MO disc to go free the other
Oh yeah,
character.
yeah. We didn't talk about that, but
Yeah. I thought it was weird that Chris was very quippy.
yeah, if you're Jill and you rescue Chris, Chris is like he's champing the bit to kill some
Oh
zombies.
yeah,
It's kind of
yeah,
funny.
yeah. Would you let me have my moment too? I'm like, what? Um, I don't know if Jill's quippy when you release her as Chris.
No, not really. And it's also very unnecessary because you're at the like if you're Jill, you're there with Chris and Barry and running around, and you're at the elevator to get upstairs, and then Chris and Barry are like, "Let's go kill some stuff before we leave." And Jill's like, "Well, the elevator's here, guys." They're like, "Well, let me have this." It's kind of yeah.
That's very, that I was gonna say that's very dude coded. It's not coded. It's just dudes being
It's
dudes.
just dude, yeah. More
Yeah,
dudes with that type of
yeah,
stuff. So
yeah. Not dude coded,
uh
just dude.
yeah, just dude. We did forget one, well, I don't forgot, but you can find a memo. That's a new memo on Wesker's body. Or not his body,
Oh,
because he's but you can find a memo from Wesker.
yes, that's right. That's right. And it
Yeah.
does a little bit of connective tissue with RE2.
Yeah. So it's from Birkin and it talks about the G virus. So he's developing this game we have the T virus, and then Resident Evil 2 will have the G virus, which is developed by Birkin. And then what kind of confused me is he says, I can't wait to see the look on Alexia's face. So it brings
Yeah,
up, oh, Veronica. But this game is in 1998, and she disappeared in 83.
yeah.
So, like, did he, like, I guess I don't know when this was written, this memo. It'd be kind of weird that he's still, because she's supposed to
Hmm.
be dead, or at least rumored to be dead. Like, that was the cover
Yeah,
story.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So either he knows that she's still alive, or he thinks that she's still alive, or he's still just like obsessed with her from 83. Because they're kind of said to be rivals.
Right.
Because Birkin was also a child genius, but not as much so as Alexia. He was like 16 when he got hired by
Oh
Umbrella,
yeah. That's
and
yeah, he's
Alexia was only 10. So
yeah, what a bum.
yeah, right. He was
Yeah.
way older.
I mean, so I think in this is a really interesting point. So, I mean, I think we both know why they did this, right? To create more synergy between
World
the
building.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I get it, but I do think what's the head canon here is an interesting question. I think I choose to believe that he knows she's alive, but I don't know how or why because I think that's
Yeah, before he
interesting.
had spies and
Yeah.
whatnot. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think not that I think people are begging for this kind of information, but it's interesting to think like, well, what else did he know before he was killed?
Yeah, like maybe it wasn't just they wanted the G virus. Maybe he also kind of knew too much about Umbrella. So
Maybe. Yeah.
yeah. Or maybe
So
they knew that Wesker, because Wesker betrays Umbrella after this. And Birkin and Wesker are kind of like frenemies in the wider world. So
yeah. Yeah.
maybe Umbrella thought that Birkin was like in out with Wesker, or was like working with Wesker. So yeah.
Yeah. I like this note. I like what it's trying to do. It's a little name droppy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little fan servicey, but I get it. I get why they did it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, they've built up the universe since 1996, so they want to put some of that in there, which makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, cool addition. I read about this memo after the fact, excuse me. I did not realize it was there in my playthrough.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of like go back and find it if you go back to where Wesker was. So but yeah, then you can basically escape. So you find the battery again. We kind of talked about the battery the first time, but there's a another spot where you have to pick up a battery just lying there and put it in the wall unit, and then the elevator just starts. I remember being kind of confused with why that was there from a gameplay design.
Yeah, that's
I think it's
weird.
just to make sure that you have an empty item slot. Just the way
Yeah,
it works, because you have to have an item slot to pick up the flares and use them.
right. Yeah, because
Yeah.
otherwise, like, why would they just put an item that you have to use in front of you like that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So I don't know why they could just have the flares be like a cutscene, but I guess they wanted you to like pick up and select them in the menu and use them for whatever reason. So, but yeah, the last Tyrant fight is mostly the same. I mean,
Yep,
you shoot him enough until Brad drops the rocket launcher, and then
yep,
you rocket launcher him, he blows up, and that's that.
yep. But
Yeah.
unlike in the original, which I think was a point of contention, his head is not bouncing around and still talking after he's blown up, right?
No, no, he just blows up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
still not sure that that was the
it's a
case
little
in
less
the
cartoony. I
like
think it is. I can't pull it up now.
I'm
We
like
can keep talking, but
because like what would he be saying? He wasn't like speaking.
he says stars. But yeah, it's good. And then if you've saved everybody, well, three of the four are there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're Jill, you got Barry and Chris in tow. If you're Chris, you got Jill and Rebecca in tow.
Yeah. Um, while you're looking that up, I see, oh, you have some dialogue from Wesker that's weird.
Um,
Since when has Umbrella been slipping you a paycheck?
yeah, there's more kind of like awkward Chris Wesker dialogue. It's not as awkward or as fun, but yeah, Chris asks him, since when has Umbrella been sending you a paycheck? And Umbrella's like, I think you're confused. I've always been with an umbrella, and
Wait,
stars are umbrellas. No, my little piggies.
wait, Wesker says this.
Yeah, Wesker says
Yeah,
that
yeah,
twice.
yeah. And then he shoots Rebecca.
Yeah, then he shoots Rebecca again. So. Yeah, Chris says,
Yeah.
"You killed them with your own dirty hands." He goes, "Yeah, just like this." And shoots Rebecca. I think it's so funny when she shoots Rebecca. I don't know.
Well,
Or the-
just like a weird opportunity. You're accused of murder, and then you're like, yeah, and I'm gonna do it
like, I'll show
again.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Resident Evil PS1, Chris. Gotta go to the ends. Blow him up. All right. This section is called most replayed. It's weird to see the PS1 version. It looks so blocky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got the rocket launcher. He fired at him. Does the three different things. Boom.
Kaboom.
And then it's I still think it happens. I'm sticking by it. Was this the director's cut thing?
I like
The
that
director is
you
like, this
s-
is my initial vision
yeah,
for this.
you saw it, it didn't happen, and then you're like, but here's how it could have
But I
happened.
think it did happen still. I'm refusing to accept this. Okay, here we go again. Now we're Jill. Maybe what happens with Jill. All right, we're gonna fight the tyrant. We're with the boys. All
The
right, you
boys.
ready?
Yeah.
She's still running around. Jill, come on, get going. Uh, there's 59 seconds left.
Okay. I mean, it could happen.
She's shooting. She's shooting Tyrant. She's slowly running away. He's slowly walking towards her. This is advanced. This is Resident Evil Director's Cut 100% Advanced Jill Part 7 Final Laboratory Comma Best Ending.
Wow. Wow, they really
Yeah.
gave it a title, huh?
Brad says, kill that monster. This has 41 views.
Only 41?
Only 41. It was published 4 months ago by The Sweet Banana, is his name. Or her name. Or their name.
Did you make this video and publish it 4 months ago?
Yeah.
'Cause that's
I
about
read the name. Okay, here we go. He blows up. He blows up and nothing happens. Uh, I swear to
That's
God, it happens.
that's so funny. That's so
Yeah, I guess I
funny.
imagine it. I don't know. Why do I remember that so clearly? It's so weird.
I don't know because even then I was kind of like and you're like yeah
Yeah.
his mouth is still moving. I was like
No, I
okay.
remember it being like in several pieces, like his arm and his leg. It's kind of like cartoony, but yeah. So anyway, what can you do?
I'm like now I'm gonna watch all the versions of it and we'll
Yeah,
have additional yeah.
Resident Evil 1 all endings. Here we go. Let's watch it.
That's
Anyway, where
funny.
are we at? We killed
Uh,
everything.
we killed
We're leaving.
everything. Yeah. So I do have a question though about the endings here. So does that mean that Rebecca is not canonically present in Jill's story and vice versa with Barry and Chris's story?
I guess so. Although they clearly weren't that worried about it
Right.
because
Because they
everyone
were
survives. Yeah.
because they were all there and
Yeah.
canonically in the story they all survive.
Everyone survives. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
guess in the other person's story, like in Chris's story, Barry just uh got away somehow on his
Yeah.
own.
Yeah. Or wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
I do appreciate the music at the end is not what I initially called Sonic Adventure 2 ass music. It's solemn. It's more tonally appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like, oh, we survived, but at what cost?
Right. It's not like, you know what we need right now? Electric guitars.
We need we need to rock out.
Yeah. That's remake.
That's remake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. You
What
want
do
to
you
do?
think?
I mean, I kind of said this in our first episode, but I love this game. I think it's so good. It's so atmospheric. Um, I said this last episode too. Like I want to play it right now instead of Resident Evil Zero.
Yeah, especially playing Resident Evil Zero. I'm like, oh, take me back.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
yeah, it's really well done. It's great. I mean, it takes the original and changes up just enough to make it feel like a brand new experience, but it's yeah, it's just really, really well done and holds up today. I would recommend this one. This is before we started this, I would probably say this was my second favorite Resident Evil game.
yep.
And it's yeah, we'll play through them all, but yeah, it's still it's up there. It's the best of the classic styles for sure, for me at least.
Yeah. So that's interesting. For me, I had original Resident Evil 4 as my number one Resident Evil game, and playing it through this time, I flip-flopped. So this is my favorite Resident Evil game
Oh, okay.
of all time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I just think the adjustments were fairly minor. I mean, they did revamp slash remix a lot, but like the Crimson Heads, the self-defense weapons,
Yeah.
the Trevor stuff, it's all just like little adjustments that make the game so much better.
Yeah. Everything they add is makes it better. Yeah.
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 There's nothing they add where you're like, oh, I wish they would put that in there. Yeah. It's everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss the original voice acting a little bit, but again, we kind of talked about it. I get that it would have felt weird to have a game of this fidelity with that
Yeah.
amateurish of voice acting in 2002. So I get why they redid it,
Yeah.
even though I have a soft spot for it.
But I do
But
appreciate that tonally, the original and the remake are two different experiences.
yeah, yeah. Even like I said, down to like the music at the end and how it's a little bit more reserved in
Yeah.
the remake. So yeah.
What
But
was your completion time and grade on this one? I don't know if you have
you know,
that.
don't I didn't write it down. I think my grade was like a D. It was either a C or a D. It wasn't great. And completion time was my jail playthrough was 9 or 10 hours.
Okay.
And Chris went a little bit quicker because I had played already. So Chris was more like six and a half-ish, if I remember right.
Okay. It looks like I asked a false question because it looks like there is no letter grade.
Oh, is there not a letter grade?
Yeah.
Okay. Never
Sorry.
mind. We'll have to erase that.
Yeah.
When did you start doing letter grades? They didn't do letter grade in this one?
No, which is weird. I guess I just assumed they did. Um,
God, I
at
thought they
least
did too. But
on
again,
my
kind of these kind of like blend together.
Yeah. On my end screen, I do not have a letter grade. I really sucked in playing this. My playtime in Jill, right? I didn't play Chris, was 13 hours and 43 minutes.
Oh, well, and some of that too is depending on how you pause. Like if because we took notes when we did this.
Sure.
So if you're taking notes and you're just like standing there, your game time
Okay. Okay.
is racking up versus if you like pause or do it after you're done playing. So yeah, but I could have sworn there was letter grades in this one. Let me look at this. It says
This
that there are.
this is you should look up some videos and see.
But then yeah, you read it, it's all more about like the other remakes. But because there's letter grades in Code Veronica.
Hmm. I
That's
think they
weird they like take them away.
yeah, because I feel like they're pretty ensconced by
Yeah,
this
because you
point.
can unlock different things by beating it under different conditions. Like if you beat it fast enough, you can unlock different items and things like that. So
Yeah. Did any of the unlockables at the end entice you? Features from the prototype version?
not really.
No, me neither.
How are you? Yeah,
No,
I'm not if I want to replay the game, you just want to like re-experience. I'm not necessarily playing it to like unlock something specifically, but that's
no.
just me.
Well, and given that the prototype feature is that the item boxes are no longer connected, I would rather not do that.
Yeah, especially again after playing Zero, which that's
Yeah,
basically how the game works. And
yeah.
yeah, it's like,
No,
oh, I
thank
see
you.
why. I see why they connected them. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I do have, I wanted to pose a question related to the remake, and that's whether or not you think this game should be remade again.
If we should have a remake of the remake,
Yeah, I guess. I guess you could think of it that way. Either a remake of the remake or a from the ground recreation of the original.
yeah, like do it in like the modern style.
Yeah, in the manner that two and
Yeah.
three and four were remade.
I don't know if it would work as well because this is more of a horror game
Yeah.
than those. So, and we talked about how much work the camera angles and uh the framing does for this. So if you put it just like over the shoulder, I don't know if it would have the same impact.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So not that I want to play it, but I'm not like, oh yeah, they have to remake Resident Evil 1 with a as like a third person shooter.
Yeah, I wouldn't like
I'm fine.
that.
I'm fine leaving how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think that they would remake it with tank controls and static angles. I don't want to sound ageist, but I just don't think that the target audience would go for that.
No, and they're not going to do that. I mean, we kind of talked about, we both would like that, and you see that sentiment a lot in the fandom, like, oh, I wish they would do one of these again. And I understand wanting that, but expecting it is kind of like, well, you gotta be realistic about. They're not gonna make a AAA game of that style. I mean, you're gonna have to go to
No,
indie space if you want that. So yeah.
no. Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, I mean, I think
yeah.
this is I said it before, I've said it again. This is a top 10 all-time game for me. It's
Yeah, this is
fantastic.
this is like a 10 out of 10 for me. It's the first game that I would say would be a 10 out of 10. I really, really enjoy it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I was saying it was a top 10 all-time like
Top
game.
10
Not
of all
like
time.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I got you. Yeah,
Okay,
that
sorry, sorry.
for me, but it would be, it'd be up there. It would make my I'd have to sit down and think about it, but it would be definitely like top 20, top 25 for sure. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if not, it might be top 10. I just don't have I don't have my list in front of me that I keep on me.
No,
So,
that's okay because I'm weird like that and like I will sit around and just make lists of top tens on my notes app and
oh, interesting.
literally carry it around with me.
Oh, no, that's cool. I like that. But
Yeah,
I have a hard time doing that because I'm like, well, sometimes I might like this better, sometimes I might like that better.
yeah,
So
yeah,
kind of depends on the game. I more have like a sliding, like sort of ask me today, it might be this, ask me tomorrow, it might be something else type of thing. But
yeah,
yeah, it'll be
yeah.
on the list for sure. I was gonna maybe transition to kind of legacy reception and then
Yeah,
legacy.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, so we talked about how much we like this game, and we were not alone because people really enjoy this game, at least from a critical standpoint. Very, very well received. I remember this game being really, really hyped up in the gaming press, and among my friends, I mean, all my friends loved it
yeah.
when we were this age. The Metacritic on it is a 91 of 100, so very, very good there. Famitsu, the Japanese gaming magazine, kind of the most famous one, 39 out of 40, which is very, very high. So
Yeah.
basically, yeah, three reviewers gave it a 10 out of 10, one person gave it a 9, and then EGM, which was a big American gaming magazine that I was very fond of, they gave it a 9, a 9, and a
Hmm.
9.5 out of 10, which made it
Okay.
one of the highest rated games of the year.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so the press loved it, the fans loved it. Unfortunately, sales wise, it was a disappointment. I think this has more to do with the GameCube than anything.
I think so too.
So it sold 1.35 million. So that was below its expectations. That did lead to Resident Evil 4 being updated and made more action focused. So Capcom kind of took the lesson of maybe people are not as into this style of game. They want something more modern. They don't want this maybe the tank controls, maybe the more horror-based thing. It makes me curious about how this would have done if it was released on like PlayStation originally too, like
Yeah.
PlayStation 2, but because the GameCube was it was an interesting system. I mean, it didn't sell super well. And the thing with Nintendo consoles, especially at this time, is people that bought Nintendo consoles like you bought Nintendo games. You weren't
Yep.
buying a lot of third-party games.
Yep.
And it was like a catch-22 because there weren't a lot of third-party games on there because no one was buying them, so then no one would buy them. So to put in perspective, Code Veronica that we talked about, that was a considered disappointing game, but that was the fourth best-selling game on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And Resident Evil Remake was the 25th best-selling game on GameCube. It was right below Kirby Air Ride, which was number 26.
That really bums me out.
Yeah. Well, and this kind of like shocked me when I went I guess maybe shocked is the right word, but it just puts into focus how much like this was a Nintendo machine. If you look at the top 25 games,
Hmm.
19 of them are Nintendo games.
Holy shit. I mean, I guess
19 of
that
them are
makes
Nintendo
sense.
games, four are Sonic games. So that's the
Uh,
one other
yeah.
Nintendo fans were like, we'll allow a little bit of Sonic. And then two Resident Evil games, Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil Remake to round out the top 25. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
So, yeah, because I'm looking at that now too. I mean, it's all the usual suspects, right? Of course,
Yeah, Mario
Smash
Kart, Smash
Melee,
Brothers, yeah.
yeah, Pokemon, Mario Party. So the fact that Resident Evil is like even on here is a little surprising in some ways. Um, I guess F-Zero's on there, which is also surprising because I feel like that's a pretty niche audience game.
Yeah, which might be too that just GameCube didn't sell that many units, like the system itself didn't
Yeah.
sell. Yeah, it was yeah, not as it was 20 a little over 20 million worldwide by the end of its lifespan. So
Yeah.
but yeah. So yeah, so it was a disappointing game. Not a disappointing game, it was a disappointing game for Capcom in terms of performance. Zero that would come off after this would sell even worse, and then four would sell a little bit better when four
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
But it had a long tail. I mean, the remaster, which is technically a version that we played, that came out in 2014,
Hmm.
and it was at the time it was released, it was the biggest ever launch game on the PSN, the PlayStation Network, and
Wow.
Capcom's fastest selling digital game.
Wow.
Yeah, so the most recent data I could find was from September of 2022, and the remaster itself had sold 3.7 million copies,
Okay. So that's
which is kind of
good.
crazy.
Good.
So I mean, definitely, it made a lot of money for Capcom, but it took, a decade before it
Sure.
happened. So
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah. And I think I know we've talked about this personally, but I do think that unfortunately for Nintendo, and I think this is still the case in some ways, just difficult for the company and this particular console to shake the image of being a system that has games for adults.
yeah,
People are like, you're telling me that Lisa Trevor wears people's faces and I play that on a game that with a little disc in a
yeah,
system that
with
looks
a
like a lunch pail. Like,
with a handle on it, so you can carry it over to your friend's house, which I
yeah.
completely agree. I would, I like the handle. I thought that was a good
Yeah,
design.
it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think for better or worse, and I would say worse, just the kind of ethos of the system didn't match the game.
No, yeah. Yeah, it was tough because they were trying to change it, but it didn't take for whatever reason. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I think is kind of still, I would say that it's still um culturally the narrative, right? You're not going to play uh I don't know, like Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch.
Yeah. Yeah, like even now things get ported to Switch, but nobody's like very rarely like, oh yeah, I want to play the Switch version.
No.
And yeah, when friends of mine who are sort of tangentially interested in games ask me about it, they're like, "Oh, what should I buy?" Like, I don't. If you're just gonna buy one console, I never recommend like, "Oh yeah, buy a Switch."
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm like,
Um,
yeah, just buy a PS5, and if you're into Nintendo games, buy a Switch, and that can be, your Nintendo machine. But
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah, so I am disappointed this game didn't sell better and have a commercial reception that matches the critical reception.
yeah, it's too bad. But it ended up giving us Resident Evil 4, which we'll talk about in once we get through Zero, which that's an awesome game in terms of going in a different direction.
Yeah,
You,
it's
yeah,
great.
they did a nice job with it. So
It's so great. It's so fresh and brings back some of the cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, it brings some of the charm back. So yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing that's making Carmela Soprano cry in Resident Evil 4. To call it
Um,
back again to that joke.
no, no, I was just scanning. I was like, is there any? No.
Yeah, not really. Yeah. I guess maybe the closest you get is Mike, the helicopter pilot.
Oh
That was nice.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. He's
yeah.
like, we should go out for drinks sometime. And he's like, yeah, man, sounds good. And then Mike just blows up. So
Yeah.
RIP.
R.I.P.
But
Mike. I do like that we're like, let's look ahead to
RIP.
four, and it's like the next game is zero, and we're just like, whoa.
Yeah, we're like, well, I gotta clear zero first, which that'll be an ordeal. So
It has been, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I
Um,
pulled up the commercial and it made my computer freeze, but
oh yeah, yeah. You wanna? I haven't seen this actually.
'cause I did find a couple ads for this. I don't know if y'all not.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do it. Let's take a look at some RE ads.
Resident Evil, more terrifying than ever, comes to Nintendo GameCube. Spine-chilling action, devastating weapons, unspeakable evil. Live the nightmare. Resident Evil, exclusively from Capcom. Rated M for mature, only on Nintendo GameCube.
So I want to play that because it kind of showed what you said about being more new metal. Like it had like the hard rockin' soundtrack and the guy that was like, "Oh, Resident Evil on GameCube and fear the zombies or whatever that he says." And yeah, it just
Huh.
makes it seem much more like an action game
Yeah, yeah.
than a contemplative sort of puzzle-based horror game.
Wow, that was very new metal.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really, as you said, present a very accurate image of the game.
no, yeah. I see how they promote like that, but yeah, it doesn't really. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering, and I'm just getting my timeline right here, but um wondering if this was based on the movie,
Yeah, I think
right?
the initial movie was 2002. I
Yeah.
think that was maybe more in the fall.
Yeah. So it did come out in March
Oh,
of
in March. Okay. So it was
2002.
around the same time.
So
Yeah.
I could see like maybe they're trying to like play off of that kind of hype or
Little synergy.
cachet. Yeah, because this game came out March 22nd, 2002. And the movie came out March 15th. So 1 week
March
prior.
15th. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But boy, what a different very different, right? Like not at
Yeah.
all. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I actually
Yeah.
don't.
We might talk about the movie at some point. That could be a fun diversion if
Yeah,
yeah, when we finish or if we want to take a break or however we want to do it. So that could be fun to go through and watch some of the movies.
yeah. I don't super mind the first one. I don't think it's good, but I don't mind it.
That's kind of where
Um,
I was. Yeah.
you know, I am excited for Zach Gregor's Resident
Yeah,
Evil.
that'd be cool. Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
cool to see somebody that kind of grew up with it, what their take on it is.
yeah, and he's very clearly like not gonna tell the same story because he's like, well, you could just play the games to get that story, so it's an original story.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
so
I'm excited. So
yeah.
that's that.
That's that.
That's
Yeah,
that.
that's that. Well,
Yeah.
thanks
So
for joining us in this replay of Remake.
the
Fantastic
replay
game.
of remake, a great game. I do want to say too, because we've been really bad about saying this. People are listening to this. So if you are, thank you very much. And if you're if you're bored, you're listening to something. But if you need something to do with your hands, why don't you go onto your favorite podcast app and leave us a review, leave us a rating. That could be fun.
That would be. Yeah. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure where you were going with that at first. It was like, you're listening to stuff, you're bored, you have your hands free. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you saying?
Yeah. Jerk off a little bit. It was interesting. No, don't. Well, you can jerk off if you want, but
We're not
before
encouraging
you,
it,
yeah,
but you could.
don't get distracted. First, go leave us a review, preferably 5 stars, but be honest, we can take it. And then, yeah, once you're done, as a reward, go ahead.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
I'll see your review and then I'll jerk off.
yeah. You can play Resident Evil 1 on Switch and not on Switch, God damn it. You can play Resident Evil 1 on the Wii, so you can go buy that version. Because that version you can put Jill in her RE3 costume.
Oh.
Yeah.
They made that exclusively for
They
that
made that
port.
for the Wii. Yeah.
That's
They're
nuts.
like, we need something. We
Oh
gotta put
my
her
God.
back in the miniskirt.
That's
So
so gross. Also, like, I'm not saying like it would be a great thing at any time, but it's like what that port probably came out in the late 2000s. It's like, look, if you just want to watch porn, then go watch porn.
yeah, you didn't really need to be like titillated by video games at that point. So
Not
yeah.
really, you know.
All right, that was another episode of Hot Zombie Summer, and we'll be back in a few weeks.
And in the meantime, check us out on Apple, Spotify, or wherever else you get your podcasts. And be sure to follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Hot Zombie Summer Pod, all one word.
So until next time, don't be a Jill sandwich.
I don't know why this reminds me of the fact that I worked with a guy who had a stepson maybe like 10 years ago. And it was his like kid's birthday and he was turning 14. And I was like, oh, what are you doing for his birthday? He's like, oh, just like got him a few gifts. I was like, you get him some hustlers.
I was really wondering where that's going.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
got him some hustlers.
yeah.
Like I was like, well, it is 1984, so
Right. And we come full circle to the Paul
hustlers is
Newman.
the thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. That's how you can say it. You can be like, oh, I meant DVD copies of the movie, the 1968 film
Right,
Hustler. Yeah,
right, yeah. Yeah, I
I
didn't
didn't
mean
mean
skin mags.
yeah, I didn't mean the pornographic magazine that was the subject of a famous slash infamous obscenity trial,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
memorialized in The People versus Larry Flint.
yeah.
So,
AKA
yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
AKA Woody Harrelson. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool.
Larry Flint, thank you for your service. He was a Vietnam guy, wasn't he? I think.
I only know that he founded Hustler, but I don't know anything about him.
I think he was in a wheelchair because he got hurt in the war,
Hmm.
but don't 100% hold me to that. So
Okay.
let's find out. That's why
That's
I'm right about this. It's like I was right about the Tyrant.
You're like, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna keep Googling it until I find, you know.
It's so funny because I can see it in my brain. I can imagine.
No, I believe you.
Oh, never mind. He got shot. There was an attempted assassination. That's why he was paralyzed.
Ah, okay.
On March 6, 1978, during legal battle related to obscenity, Flint and his attorney were shot on the sidewalk, shooting left Flint partially paralyzed with permanent spinal cord damage.
Yeah, I'm scrolling down. Allegations of incest. Eek.
Yeah, I think he was a good guy.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah.
shock you that the pornographer wasn't a good guy, but